especially when it gets kind of longer too. It really helps just like make it softer and stuff like that. Especially like also it just helps the skin kind of underneath too, just because that skin tends to kind of dry.
Yeah, because before there was a while where I didn't use anything, and when I shaved the beard, I had a lot of like acne under there, but you didn't see it because before there was hair covering it the whole time, and it was just a little embarrassing.
Okay. How's Yoshi been, Ivan?
He's good. Um,
Nice.
I think after this, I might take him for a walk, depending on how long this takes.
Gotcha. That's nice. Good price.
Either
I think,
one.
yeah, I'm gonna go either one. Yeah, what you buy from three different locations. So
The goons.
yeah,
Yeah. It's been, I think it's been a year since the last,
yeah, it's been around a year. I think it was back like at the beginning of COVID when I was still at like my sister's house for like the first couple months. If you remember that?
yeah, because there was like, you were like walking in the background.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that too. I left it at my parents' house because I was like, I don't know if I want to bring it with me. I kind of regret it because this mic really sucks. But oh, this is not okay. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's fair. I just know my brother was complaining about it.
It did the iPhone, dude. I don't even need a laptop anymore. This does everything.
For real, that's crazy.
What's up? What's up?
It's crazy. Yeah, no. I'm very glad though that like the Biden administration is finally like getting serious about like vaccine mandates. I think they said like for businesses over 100, you have to either like have like a testing protocol in place or all your employees to be like vaccinated or something like that. Like finally, yeah, yeah. So it's very good. Like there's just so many people that are just like hesitant on it. It's like, come on, guys.
Yeah, I was kind of sus about that. Still am a little bit, but Yeah.
Yeah, you might be able to switch. To be honest, I'm not quite sure how the boosters work, but who knows? Yeah, yeah. Well, I know. If I remember correctly, I thought they were recommending like some people like a Johnson and Johnson and get like a booster shot, like another one, but I can't remember to be honest. So, yeah, for sure. Honestly, I don't think the brand really matters that much. Like they're all like about as effective. So. Yeah, it was definitely a little lower. I think at least Johnson Johnson people will probably have to get a booster at some point. But yeah, hoping I wanted to get one. I got pretty. Yeah, the first time or the first shot, I got pretty fatigued like that first night, and that was about it. Second one, I had that fatigued, and then I woke up like pretty sick the next morning. I think I remember I told you guys about it. Like, I think I vomited twice, and I like slept for a few hours. I felt awful,
Wow.
but yeah, no. After about like 9 hours of that, it kind of went away.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Have you ever had like a yeah? Have you ever had an allergic reaction to like any other shots, or was this like that's crazy? Gotcha. Yeah, no. I'm allergic to I think some like kind of weird antibiotic that I got put on one time for like acne when I was like in eighth grade. I remember I took it and I just like broke out in, like a really bad rash, so I like staying home for like a day. Yeah, no, it was awful. It sucked.
So I got sick in like around Thanksgiving, and then I think I got shot one in February or so, or like March. After the first one, I had Vegeta arm for like a few days. And like the weird thing is that on that same side, my armpit felt like tender or something. Because don't you have like a lymph node there or something like that? Yeah, so that was probably like it swollen or something or inflamed. But the second dose was pretty easy. If I remember correctly, there was no effects or anything like that.
Oh,
So
that's good.
I guess I
Oh yeah,
kind of lucked
yeah.
out. But
I
the
did
Vegeta
forget.
arm was
Yeah,
pretty tough. Yeah.
I did forget my yeah
Yeah.
yeah my arm was pretty sore after both of them. I think the reason why is since like it gets injected like into your muscle, at least the mRNA vaccines do, causes like a lot of inflammation like in those muscles. So that's why it hurts so much. I think. Yeah, yeah. No, I would not be able to sleep with a fever either. I'm like someone that has to like have the room pretty cool, like put a fan on too. Yeah, yeah. I'm from the south, so like I'm just used to the AC just blasting all the time, and everyone has their fans on. So only way to stay cool here. Yeah, for real. Absolutely worse. Fortunate enough, I don't really get sick that often, but fevers are never fun. Yeah.
This happened the other day. It was so funny. Like I had to not laugh. There was this one non-masker guy. He was in it was a Caucasian guy, like a loose fitting blue tank top, uh, shorts that are too short, so they're like above his knees. And my man just looked out of it. Like he just looked mildly confused all the time. He was just buying like some stuff. And then behind him, very close to him, was an older Caucasian gentleman, masked up and everything. And then I was behind him. I had a bag of bread in one hand and a bag of clementines in the other hand. I was radiating like Aki energy or something. Like I don't know. I don't know. In the line, I had a bag of clementines, bag of bread. I was like 4 feet away from him, right? So I step forward to put my stuff on the thing, and he whips his head around. He goes, "A little space, please." And I'm like, this guy is like right in front of you. Like,
Oh my god.
you're gonna tell me a little space? All right. I was like, my bad, man. Like, I was like, my bad. I just kind of like, I was like, what? What? Like, I'm telling you, like, this guy and the guy in front of him that wasn't wearing a mask, like this close, and they weren't like together. They're separate patrons, and then I'm like over here from him. He's like, a little space, please. And I'm like, are you? I swear to God,
That's so weird,
Oh
man.
my god.
the only other time someone told me to back up was also at that supermarket. Right when,
Weird.
right, like a couple months into COVID, I was like, what is like? Do I just radiate this energy that I have corona? Is that what it is? Like, do I like give off like vibes that I COVID 19? My mic's not on.
I can hear you.
That's
I mean,
uh
Barb's still
that's
on.
inaccurate. Yoshi's knocking on the door. I'll be right back.
okay. Yeah, it might. Maybe it's just not working like through OBS because I can at least hear you on Discord.
Let me see if this works now.
Yosh.
Okay, this is working now. Okay. Oh,
I,
my mic
yeah,
was super low. Big
I can at least hear.
Yosh.
Yeah,
Big
right.
Yosh.
Yosh.
Oh,
I love them. One thing I will say that was really nice about COVID though is that so being able to spend time with my family a bit more because college years away from them. Also, just hang out with Gino a lot.
yeah, Gino.
Love that. I love that little dude.
All right.
So
So,
cute.
funnily enough, my mic was off for the first 20 minutes, so I have no audio. We're just gonna. It's it's like like to be like live television. That's live streaming. Stuff doesn't work.
Yeah.
We're good now. I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired of being home with my family all the time. So
So
Yeah,
tired.
no, yeah, no. I definitely felt a little tired of it towards the end too. So I'm a little glad to be on my own again. But yeah,
What were you saying, Ivan?
they still have lockdown stuff, or is it just like
It's starting to go away now because one, Phil Murphy's been pretty on top of our governor has been pretty on top of stuff in Jersey, and people are just tired of being locked up. So the government's easing up. The kids are back in school in person full time now. Most people are vaccinated. You don't have to wear masks in public most of the time now, I believe. If you're vaccinated, you can actually walk around. Which I think if like more people had been vaccinated, that'd be fine. But you could still be like a carrier for a day or two if you have vaccine. So you should be a little careful. Thank you, Barb, by the way, for letting me know it was off. But
Barb, the homie Barb?
yeah, the homie Barb coming through, man.
Nice.
Yeah, mess around action.
Georgia's been like the complete opposite. It's like at least on the state level, there's like no mask mandates, there's like really no regulation. Feels like,
It's tough,
um,
man.
yeah, some of like the city and county level governments have like taken a little more of initiative. Like I think Atlanta has like a mask mandate, for example. It's definitely not as well followed as it is in like Los Angeles, for example, but definitely better than like I was in like rural Georgia where my sister
Oh,
lives. Well, she's not necessarily like rural, but like she's like at the very edge of like the suburbs. So it's like kind of like the borderline, and like literally like going to a grocery store and it's just like a bunch of like it's like like conservative like white people and not wearing masks all over the place. It's crazy. It's just like COVID's not a thing to them.
so like, what is um the conservative, the part, because I know there's conservatives that do get vaccinated. There's like, it's not like they're all, like one monolith. So the people that have a problem with vaccination, like, what is their issue?
So I think a lot of them just kind of, it's like I'm trying to think how to explain this. I guess we kind of have like a media apparatus that kind of just like allows like very reactionary voices, just like very anti-science, just like all these like extreme voices to kind of be heard. Like for example, like on Fox News, and they have people like Tucker Carlson that are like actively like pushing like vaccine like skepticism, stuff like that. These people, not all of them, of course, but like a lot of them do hear that and kind of latch onto it more as like a culture war kind of issue. I think kind of like how like I mean they've done that in the past, like War on Christmas or whatever nonsense Fox News and conservatives come up with. But it's just always kind of just like a perpetual outrage, kind of about nothing. Usually, it's not really based on anything. I mean, it's clearly like not based on science, considering that like a lot of these like anti-vax people like completely just bought into thinking like that ivermectin was somehow gonna like make them invincible to COVID when instead just being shit to bed.
Like, what are they?
Oh, I made that. I made that in my room.
Like, seriously, like they're like Taco. What the hell is horse ivermectin? Is like I haven't even looked it up. I just saw the word.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think I want to know what this is.
Yeah. So ivermectin is medication that's used as a for horses to deworm them. So it just causes you to poop really badly.
Laxative?
Ew.
It's I don't know if it's a laxative, but that's at least like the main effect is that it just causes you to shit, which is pretty funny. I don't know, but yeah, no,
Okay. Okay.
it's very hypocritical, like about just like pushing like the vaccine skepticism, kind of like the anti-vax stuff, because like a lot of the like figures that push this like don't believe in it. Like I keep bringing up Fox News, but like they literally have a vaccine mandate if you work at Fox News. Like they're all vaccinated, and yet they're still pushing like this like whole like
Is it just like a civil unrest, like because the government told us to agenda, like that we just don't want to listen to people telling us what to do, even if it's good for us, and it's just
it's ultimately they're ultimately just like opportunists. They just see like an issue that they can like politicize, like politicize and divide people among it, and they're able to like cash in on that, like either like their revenue on like their platforms, like either they're selling like merchandise or different products or advertising or whatnot. At least my take on it.
I think it was because for the longest time it didn't have FDA approval or whatever, but I guess it does now.
Yeah.
So
well, they've always been pushing like they keep pushing the goalposts. Like now that it's even FDA approved, they're still like making like excuses to not take it.
And I think it was because of like the side effects. Do you know? Well, it would know, but the Fierce guy, the MMA, he's Fierce. I'm probably saying his name wrong.
Sahabi?
Yeah, he took the shot, and like he's super healthy, obviously, and like he got like heart palpitations for a few weeks after.
Oh.
Okay,
That kind of turns off people. But then, I mean, you have to weigh
for like
the.
10 seconds. Could you repeat what you were saying about heart palpitations?
Oh yeah, so after he got the shot, he had heart palpitations for a little bit. So I guess that might turn some people off. So they basically have to weigh the consequences of either getting sick or side effects, and I guess they choose.
That's a real reason. If someone told me that's why, like, they're afraid of getting like the vaccine because they're at a group that's already at risk of certain like health conditions, and then the side effects could potentially make them worse, that's reasonable. Like, if that was your excuse, but then don't break like quarantine mandates. Like, don't not wear a mask on top of that. Don't not sanitize. Remember, people didn't wash their hands before the pandemic.
Yeah,
Rockies were musty coming out of the bathrooms with dirty doo-doo hands. Like, just
I remember.
Oh my goodness.
Someone at my job was like, "I don't really wash my hands anyway," and I was like, I was just thinking, why? First, why would you share that?
Yeah.
And why do you think that's a good idea? It's just weird. Like even regardless of all this stuff,
Did you give him
you
the
should
look?
do it anyway.
You just give him like
I
the.
was I was blown away, dude. I didn't know what to say.
I don't really wash my hands anyway. I'm never shaking your hand. Uh,
Yeah,
air high five from
yeah,
across the room.
maybe not even that, just a little elbow.
Yeah, we're not doing fantasy football anymore, guys.
Yeah,
No, I can't pass you your pen. I don't know where it's been. My goodness.
but some people are just real nasty. Like the celebrities that were like saying, "Oh, I don't shower every day." I don't know.
Yeah, that was weird. That was
Like
really
not
bizarre.
washing your hair every day is good, but like not showering every day is kind of nasty.
Can I ask y'all like a question that always bothers me? Why do people care so much about celebrities? Like what they be doing from day to day? Like why does it matter?
For real,
Is it like an
it does
escape?
not.
I've always thought that it's because
I,
people see them from the outside and they have the perfect life. So just people just want them to have problems to feel better. Like, oh, if these
yeah,
guys have problems, it's okay if my life's not all together. Is that why? I don't
yeah.
know. Like
I
That's
guess
probably
it's
part of it.
yeah. I think it's just like kind of like a parasocial relationship. Like a lot of these celebrities have are like in movies or like music or whatever. You kind of hear that stuff. You kind of just feel like, oh my god, they're so important to me because like they made something that you like, but like really they have like no idea who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
It's
don't know.
interesting. It's interesting how humans kind of follow that behavior.
have you read anything about that, Ive? Like people just looking for flaws in like people that seem to live better than them just to feel good? Like, because that's why, whenever you go to shop, the last thing you see on the counter is like the tabloids. And it's
Mhm.
always negative headlines. Like, what? Princess Diana grows a third foot or something like I don't know. It's like what is going on? Like half the
Yeah.
stuff is nonsense. Everybody's getting divorced. Everybody's met an
Okay.
abuser. Everybody's having drug problems. Everybody's obese at the same time, but they're shooting a movie. Like what is going on? Like just
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't know. Off
I
the
think
top of my
just
head, I don't think I've read anything about that, but I've sure read a lot of stuff about why that stuff doesn't matter, like fame, and it really doesn't matter. Like
yeah,
in
not at
a
all.
year from now, you probably won't remember. I mean, soon once they've died for a while, you're just not going to remember them. So just caring about that stuff is so ridiculous to me.
When they stop
yeah.
showing up, like if people didn't periodically mention the name Usher, you'd forget he existed. Like I promise. Like when's the last time he's done anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
I,
I
I
think
I only remember him because of the Boondocks, where like Usher, where they jumped Tom, where they jumped.
kind of lost my train of thought. Oh, I was gonna say
You
I
guys
think like
can't
the
hear
media.
the traffic, by the way, right? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I can't. I can't hear it at all. I think part of it is just like you know like bad things are like very scandalous, and it's kind of like I think people just kind of like the gossip.
Yeah.
Just kind of
That
gossip
makes
like in their
sense.
social groups and stuff. So I think people just kind of like to apply that to like celebrities too. A lot of people know these like or not know, but like are aware of like these celebrities. So it kind of just sells. I think that's like ultimately the bottom line of it. Just
I also feel like the reason why celebrities often like, because a lot of them end up having problems at home or problems with substance abuse or like mental health issues. I feel like it's because their lives are like put under a magnifying glass. People can't live like that. Like you can't have someone taking photos of you for eating like a medium like pizza instead of like a small like what the amount of stuff they get bothered
yeah,
for is unbelievable.
yeah. No, I feel like a lot of like celebrities will like struggle, just like into like paranoia and stuff. Like people are always watching them.
Like
I
Yeah.
would imagine a lot of them have like kind of like maybe
Kanye is
trust
off the
issues and stuff
goop.
too.
Like when was the last time Kanye
Yeah,
West has been in the driver's seat? What is that how you doing, man? Like off the goop.
yeah, he's certainly a figure. He's yeah. I listen to Donda. It's all right.
It was
It's way
yeah,
too
it was
honest.
I don't know, people would just be guessing up. I'm like, this is the most.
If yeah, if he like cut like at least half the track list, I think it'd actually be pretty good. But it's just so long. It's like there's a lot of filler here that's like kind of unnecessary. I don't know.
It's
I feel like a lot of people can't really pull off a project that long unless you have like a lot of really interesting material. Which I mean, Kanye's
It's
point is
not a bad
career.
album. You know, it's not a bad
Yeah,
album. It's
like
not a good
it's not
album.
trash.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
a yeah.
it's not great, but like it's okay. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
very mid.
You know, it's out.
Yeah.
Like it's better than Poopity Scoop.
Yeah. Yeah. Even I was memeable there.
I'm just so stuck on like how people be like just hounding celebrities and like worrying about everything thing about their lives, and then they can't even like go on Instagram and see someone else post a picture of their car without like balling their fists and like my life is terrible. It's like what is like,
Yeah,
bro?
it's all trash.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. You know, the amount of people who just get affected so negatively by people, other people, and just like posting tiny things on social media. Like their whole life could be this like trash heap, and they'll post like, "Yo, you just got like something like designer or something, or like some really nice like touched up photo of them, or like their bank account or something. Just like something superficial, and people were like, "Wow, my life is terrible, bro." I wish I could be like this person I've never met before, and I don't know anything about this guy or this girl or whatever. But I saw one photo, and like their life is so much better than mine. They posted a crazy, crazy shot of like some scenery in like the mountains from like some 5-star hotel in like Nicaragua or something. Like I wish I could be like them, and it's like, what is wrong, bro? What is you talking about? Like, what is the like? What this is why you're like stressed out and like borderline depressed and just like your life because you don't even, you're like look at the screen, bro. But like act like look at like what's going on around you. Like don't like, you think just because they posted a photo like they're balling like everything's good, man? Like come on.
Yeah,
Clearly,
for
like
sure.
these are the people who, like follow the tabloids and stuff. Like they get affected like this. These people are usually like people that be following celebrities. You know that everything's not okay with people all the time, and like you just see some things. Are you gonna see like one like social media post and be like, "Wow, they're living. I wish I could be like them." Come on, come on.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Like definitely a lot of people do have like an unhealthy relationship with, like social media. I think it's a bit of a boomer take to be like social media like unequivocally bad. We should get rid of it. But like, cause like I don't know, I kind of like it. It's sometimes funny. I'll sometimes find like funny memes and shit to get entertaining. But then like occasionally I have to remember it's just social media. Like it's
I
kind of
mean,
just like a window.
I'm curious. Like Ivan, you've been Go Go Gadget Ghost from social media, right?
Hmm.
For like what? It's almost been a
Wild.
year
Well,
now. Almost been a year now.
yeah, depends on which one. Like Facebook, I deleted the account, which means like no more Messenger and stuff. A few months ago, but Twitter has been like a year. Um, and some of the other ones have been gone for longer.
Snap has been years. Like Discord,
Yeah,
we can essentially count Discord. Like you're just in here. You don't use it for anything else. Like
yeah.
so, how is it
Well,
for you?
I like it a lot, to be honest. Because if there is something that I have to check, then I can usually do it, and I don't need the app. And that's pretty rare, though, in the first place. Um, it's just very peaceful, you know. Like it's nice. I just get to mind my own business, and if people want to reach me, most of the time they can do it because they have my number. But for pretty much everyone else, they're kind of it's out of sight, out of mind. You know, I'm not really too concerned about people that I haven't seen in like years and years and years since like high school or something. So it's pretty nice. You know, it's
Yeah,
I get to focus on like what's in front of me instead of what's going on the other side of the world or like what's going on in some place that I probably wouldn't have even thought about otherwise. So there's some good and bad, but overall, for someone like me, I think it's really nice. It was a good change.
Follow up question, real quick. Do you think that your how do I phrase this? So because of social media, you have to keep in contact with people in different ways. Do you feel
Hmm.
like you actually are keeping in better touch with your friends and family now that you want to talk to because you have to make the effort as opposed to just passively seeing things about them and you're like, oh yeah, we talk. Or do you think that social media makes keeping in touch with people still better for you?
That's a good question. So I think that let me think about that. I think that's probably one of the cons of not having it is that it is hard to reach people because if I don't have their number or maybe they changed it, I have no idea that they changed it. I'll have no idea. Um, but I think the when I do reach out to somebody or when someone reaches out to me, I think it's more meaningful, I should say, because I'm usually only in group chats and stuff like that. So if someone reaches out to me, I know that they want to talk to me and I can focus on those conversations more. And it's usually to set up like hang out in real life, and that's way better. So I see people in real life more, and I enjoy those interactions a lot more than I did when I had social media. Because when I did have it, when I did have social media, and I was hanging out with people, I was checking social media, but I can't do that anymore. So I get to focus on that. So I have fewer interactions and like fewer like discussions with people, but they are much better in quality than they used to be. I hope that answers your question.
No, that was perfect. I like honestly, that was really nice. Like well, and honestly, a well structured answer too. The quality versus quantity thing is always interesting to me. Um, just in general, not just in terms of interacting with people, but in terms of like having stuff like friends. I've always felt like definitely quality over quantity. But in terms of interactions, it's kind of I think it depends on the kind of person you are.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just like a totally unrelated tangent, but some people need to have a lot of interactions with other people just to stay sane, sane in quotes, but like to stay afloat socially. Whereas some people are comfortable with themselves, so they just want to have meaningful interactions with people when they can see them, as opposed to just
Mm-hmm.
having like 2 hours like of throwaway time with someone every single day, like 4 hours a week with someone that's like actually meaningful, actually productive.
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely kind of more on like the introverted side, kind of like keeping myself or like smaller groups and stuff like that. Kind of need like my own time to like recharge. Obviously, I do like socializing with people and stuff, but then I get like drained fairly quickly. I recharge again.
I think I definitely realized from the pandemic how important it was for me to recharge by meeting with people. Because I'm relatively extroverted, so I get a lot of energy from seeing people. So through pandemic, through virtual schooling, and then through spending a semester on Barbados, like that was terrible.
That sounded awful, by the way.
It was
It sounded
so
like it
bad.
Jeez,
was
yeah.
like half school, half survival game, like half, it was just.
The King Kong pit where they're fighting the giant bugs? Like that was essentially like my Barbados experience. And the other
Yeah,
half was trying to figure out why the supermarket is closed like every single time I try to go. Like they have like random holidays like Crop Day. I'm sure it's not random to them, but to me, I didn't know what the heck Crop Day was. So I go to the supermarket because I have no food for the weekend, and it's closed. It's closed Friday. I'm like, okay. It's closed Saturday for like Independence Day. I was like, well, this is unfortunate because for some reason over there everything's closed on Sunday, so I have no food for 3 days. At this point, I'm like barely surviving off what I've cooked. Like I'm making it last like multiple days. Like some of my meals are just warm milk. Like that's just my
Oh
meal.
my god.
Yeah, dude, it was tough, man. It was really tough. I would not wish someone to live there. I'm sure it's very nice to be a tourist there, but to live there, not my worst enemy. That's pretty bad. It's hot. They said they haven't got hurricanes in 2 years. In 55 years, we had two hurricanes in the same semester. So, you know, I might just be the. I should have like told someone else to buy a lottery ticket or something because my luck was at the bottom of the barrel. That second hurricane delayed my flight, made me get stuck in Miami, and then it came and hit Jersey right after and caught and like was like the after effects for like tornadoes as like the massive storm front passed over. I was like, what the heck is going on?
That's awful.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez.
jeez, yeah.
Yeah. And now I'm out here taking a break semester, chilling at home like for 3 months. Like good and bad, I guess. I definitely don't want to take one because it's 3 months wasted. But I think I need just like a mental break. 'Cause, like, I've just been so like swamped. When you get like
Hmm.
caught in like the life vortex and things are moving way too fast for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really felt
I
like I was
remember
in
you would
there.
be like, I remember you would be like, I'd be happy if I got a 5 out of 50 on this exam. I
Yeah,
was
I was
thinking
like,
like, I was like, dude, I'm so sorry.
I actually got a 7.5 out of 50. Oh man, dude.
Grade
It's
dies at 4.
yeah, he died literally dies at 4. Ib like local Ib dies at 4. It was atrocious. Although on the plus side, I'm now like Steve Irwin with bugs. I punched a wasp out of the air yesterday or 2 days ago. It was just flying around my room, and I was like, it was huge. It's like, do I have a size comparison? It was like this big.
Wow.
Like yeah, for like where my face finger to here, it was like this big. This thing was huge, and when I hit it, cause I had like a slipper in my hand, I like karate chopped it with a slipper, and it just like flew like near and like flew around like a World War II fighter jet and like hit the wall, like or like my dresser, sorry, hit the dresser, and it like kept going, and like I was like, bro, I'm different now. I've been through the trenches. I've been killing giant Barbados centipedes. Like I don't play with bugs no more. And it like landed on my table, and it took like 5 hits. Like it was like some Dark Souls boss. I just kept hitting it, like it wouldn't die.
Yeah.
Oh man, like dude, this was it was crazy. This thing was like huge. I'm like, what? Is it gonna eat my brains if I let it live? Like, no, you're dead. You're gone. You're donezo. Come here. But then I also rescued a baby cat or a kitten. That was
Oh
fun.
yeah, yeah, a little
Yeah.
cat.
Unfortunately, we had to give her to a shelter because we couldn't keep her. But she was so adorable. She was only a month old. She was like this big, like literally this big. It was the most like. I think I found out I have a heart when I found that kitten. That was crazy. And she was loud as hell. She was screaming like over the trucks on like the freeway, like when she was stuck. So I was like, damn, this is a one feisty little cat. Like
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun because I've always loved like cats and stuff, but we never been able to keep one. So I got to
Hmm.
live out my dream for like if even if only for like a couple hours, like drying it off. I fed it little pieces of meat off my finger, and it would like nibble my finger to get the meat. It was really fun. It was really fun. It
Oh,
was a good time. It was
yeah, that's
adorable.
cute.
Absolutely adorable. She would like try to like run around like a little bit, like just walk in a circle, get tired, like fall asleep on like my hand. She's so small. She's like smaller than my hand. So like she would just sleep on my hand like this. I could like pick her up. Like it was honestly it was an experience. Cause you actually can't have you can't adopt kittens that are that small. She's only 1 month old, so she's really really young. They have to be 2 months, I believe, for you to adopt them.
Yeah, it's the same for dogs. It's like 8 weeks or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. We didn't get Yoshi for a while. Like we had to wait a little while before we could actually take him home.
He looks so old now.
Yeah, he turns 4 in a few weeks. On the 27th, he turns 4,
He's a grizzled old man now, right?
yeah, disgruntled. He was growling at me when I tried to pick him up earlier.
He hates you. Like why?
He
He's
does,
he's
dude.
he's your dog, and he just be like, "Don't touch me, man." But he loves your dad, right?
Yeah, he does.
Papa Ive gets all the love. Papa Martinez, Papa Martinez is getting all the love. He actually looks like hella old now. I think it's because his ears got long.
Yeah, his ears are like, yeah.
I didn't expect him to be so long. I thought he was a smaller dog. And he just comes in like the long ears, like
Yeah.
it's like when the Pokemon evolves, and it looks really different on like stage like the second evolution from the first one. It's like it's totally different.
Yeah.
Yoshi, late.
Yeah, Yoshi and Yoshi.
Yoshi,
Yoshi
yeah.
end.
Oh man. Oh.
That's hella funny.
But no, he looks good. Is he healthy and everything? He's doing good. And how's Gino, by the way, right? Because Gino's he's a trooper now, right? He's old too.
Yeah, he turned 10 in like April, so he's pretty old though.
Wow, 10.
Yeah.
He's been around.
Yeah. I think I might have mentioned this, but he had to get like a bunch of teeth pulled because apparently they were like starting to like rot out, kind of.
Wow.
Nothing like he didn't lose any like he didn't lose that many important teeth, but he had to get like 11 pulled out. Dogs currently have like I think 42 or something like that. They have a lot, so he can still eat fine and stuff, but he's missing some teeth now.
Oh, he's got like the old man smile, like with the missing teeth. Essentially.
Yeah, like the dog version of that.
He's just gotta start chewing tobacco and wearing like a trucker hat.
Honestly, I'm thinking I'm a little truck rat when I go back. He goes crazy with the helicopters. They always fly around where we live in LA and just starts barking at them.
Does Yosh have that energy? Like, what is he? Is he like chill? What does he do?
He's pretty chill, yeah. When he was a baby, he used to howl when there because I live by the hospital and by like a small airport. So whenever an ambulance would go by and he was like less than a year old, he would always howl, and he doesn't do that anymore, which is weird. But he's pretty chill for the most part.
Do
Like,
you miss the Yoshi howls?
yeah, because I wanted to like record it and stuff, but I never got to do it.
It always happened.
It was really,
random chance. Like,
yeah, it was always like really spontaneous, so I couldn't. By the time I pull out my phone, it was already over.
do you ever try like playing the sound of an ambulance to see if it gets in the howl?
Nah, well, I should try it, but it's been such a long time
Yeah,
now
you probably won't do it
since
anymore.
he's done it.
Yeah. Gino's the opposite. He just barks at everything. Doorbell rings, barks. Knock, barks. Someone walks outside the house, he barks. Yeah.
Is he like he's like really loud, or is it just when people are outside the door he freaks out?
He's just kind of generally loud. Barks a lot. He doesn't bark as much now that Lexi's gone. I think she barked more than him, and then she would like cause him to like bark more. But he still barks a lot. He's got like really high pitched bark too, so it's a little annoying. But I still love him.
I don't like loud dogs. I really don't.
Yeah, that's completely fair. I definitely want a quieter one when I move out. But yeah,
I don't mind if like they listen, like they're well trained. If they're like naturally loud, but you just be like, hey, shh, and like they just kind of chill. Like,
Mhm.
yeah,
let me rephrase. I don't like poorly trained or aggressively trained dogs, which is
Yeah.
a lot of people just train their dogs in Jersey to be awful for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because we're all just bad people here. All the dogs are awful too. But if you whenever you meet like nice dogs, they're the best. Especially
Yeah.
huskies. I love huskies. They got
yeah, they're adorable.
those beautiful eyes and they're big, like friendly dogs, and like they're just the best.
Yeah. No, that's definitely one of my favorite breeds.
Huskies. I like German shepherds too. Uh, Black labs.
Yeah, yeah, they're
Do
okay.
they
I
get?
like what's the dog that was used for that one cryptocurrency? The Shiba Inu
Oh,
or
the
whatever.
Shiba Inu.
Yeah,
Shiba
I think
Inu.
those are pretty cute. Yeah,
Yeah, I like
They
Shiba
have energy. Isn't that the menswear dog? Is a Shiba?
I
Yeah,
think so. Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
Menswear dog be balling. Menswear dog be ballin'. I don't get menswear magazines anymore, or like ad mags anymore. Like it's been so long since I've seen a menswear piece. All I
Yeah,
see
I
is
think they just
menswear dogs.
migrated to like YouTube or like um, blogs or something because there's tons and tons of blogs and stuff for it. But yeah, I haven't seen a
Yeah.
magazine in a while.
I used to get ideas from them.
There's
Yeah,
so many like YouTube videos and like YouTube channels out there now for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I guess it's a thing, a relic of the past, I should say.
Yeah,
magazines is just covered by the tabloids, dude. That's all you see.
Yep. You still see the get in shape in 60 days ones though. They're
Yeah,
all over the
yeah, for
place.
sure.
Like some
Those
people,
are probably
yeah,
never going away.
yeah, for like the biggest loser guys, it would be like get in shape in 60 days.
Like men's health and stuff, and
Yeah,
there's another one, but I forget.
but they're all those ones are like, oh, and time, of course. Time is always around.
Yeah.
How did y'all feel about the Martin Luther King Fortnite thing from Time on a walk through history with
it's
the whip
fucking funny.
with the whip emote enabled, by the way. Uh,
Oh my god.
It's, yeah, no, I thought it was kind of funny.
what is even going on now? It's
I
like
don't, dude. I don't really hear too much about stuff, but when I do hear about like what's going on, I just think like, how is this
yeah,
happening? It's like
yeah,
someone spun a wheel Like they spin different wheels, and like one of them
They
is like
spin a wheel,
names of
throw a
people.
dart.
Yeah,
Yeah, while spinning, like they throw
Yeah.
a dart while spinning. It's like Fortnite, Time Magazine, Martin Luther King, walk through history. Perfect.
Yeah.
For like,
yeah.
excuse me.
Simulation's slowly starting to break.
We're coming out of the Matrix finally. Keanu Reeves is gonna save us all.
Matrix 4 comes out. Yeah, I think it's coming out this year. Right? Or is it next year? I don't even know. But I know they like released the trailer for it or whatever.
Speaking of, oh yeah, some fourth Matrix movie. That movie's gonna suck. No
Yeah,
way it's even
probably. The only good
remotely.
Matrix is the first one.
Like no way it's even like remotely good. Like especially since the rest of the series already went downhill. No way. So speaking of Keanu Reeves, I have not seen John Wick 2 and 3. I need to get on that.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those, to be honest. I should
The
watch
first
this.
one was very fun.
Yeah, the first one was good.
Quintessential action movie. Have you seen the rest of them or just the first one, I've?
So I thought that I had seen the other ones, but I think I've only seen the first for sure.
Or maybe you saw bits and pieces of them or whatever. Like,
Yeah, because it's all kind of similar, you know, just him shooting at people and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
like
So
being like
Yeah,
John Wick.
yeah.
Did you guys watch the Olympics? Speaking of watching things,
yeah,
I did
dude, it was
not.
so cool. It was pretty cool.
I very much
Um,
enjoyed seeing the Olympics during COVID, especially. I know they technically should have held it because Japan is like awful with COVID, and everyone was like, "Why are we holding the Olympics?" I'm like, "Yes, you're right, and it's irresponsible to host them." But let's watch the
They
Americans
did,
go
yeah.
men's. Let's watch the Americans go
They,
crazy.
yeah,
it
I
was
mean,
tight.
anyways.
Yeah. I know we shouldn't have had them. As a medical student, I shouldn't be like, well, it's okay that the Olympics happened. But let me tell you, I very much enjoyed screaming USA you every time we had an event. That's the only two times I have national pride is the Olympics and the World Cup. Like I say this all the time. Those are like my two big ones,
Yeah,
Olympics and the World Cup.
pretty much.
Yeah, it was really cool seeing like these people that are so dedicated to the sport, um, just all competing and stuff. I thought it was there were a lot of cool events too, like the
Yeah, man.
skateboarding was new, surfing. I watched a little bit of surfing and
How was surfing? I
skateboarding.
didn't get to catch surfing.
It was pretty cool, but after a little while, I was like, okay, I'm kind of over it. But I thought it was a cool idea
I saw
it was actually there.
I saw like sailboating and speed walking. I've never seen those events before. That was like I know they like speed walking and like sailing is a thing. I've just never seen like them. I never watched them personally, but they were
Hmm.
pretty interesting. It's funny to watch people speed walk. I know they can outwalk me faster than I can run, but like the way they speed walk is so funny. Like they just sway and everything. It's just
Hilarious.
yeah, it's so
I
funny.
have to look up some videos of that. I don't really watch the Olympics, so I have to check out speed walking at
Speed
least.
walking is pretty funny.
They
We
had like this rock climbing thing, which was really cool. Like there was like speed climbing, and it was awesome, man. It's just cool seeing stuff like that to me.
we got robbed in like all the events. The refs hate us, man. Like half of our lifts for like females weightlifting were like deemed like flagged, and even the commentator was like, I don't know why this was flagged. Maybe for this, but like that's such an awful reason to flag, and they're like flagged. And I was like, damn, like you guys hate us. We went. Our women's team went crazy. They always do, but our men's team went pretty dope too. Holding out swimming, wrestling for both men's and women's. Wrestling is our sport now. Fortunately, no boxing, but I was excited. I was enjoying watching Olympic boxing as well as, excuse me, wrestling and stuff and uh, volleyball. BMX was really fun to watch. I didn't expect
Hmm.
BMX to be so entertaining. But
Gymnastics is pretty much like it's always cool, at least for me.
yeah, I love
Yeah,
watching gymnastics. I've had people tell me gymnastics is not a sport.
That's
uh,
Like,
whack.
yeah,
friends. That's wild.
yeah. I'm like, dude, they are in like the greatest shape, like ever. You're telling me it's not like they can't even compete past like 24. It's so hard on your body. Like, it's not a sport,
Hmm.
really. I don't know. But then again, I don't understand how bowling is a sport. So I just gotta hold that. I know it's physical, like but if you can play it in dress pants, how the hell is it a sport? I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about it. But who am I to judge, man? I can't outbowl anybody, so I guess I'm just a hater that doesn't know any better. And if I actually participated in bowling, I'd know.
Yeah, I'm a sucky bowler too.
To what? I don't get. I mean, I don't look. I don't need the rails up. Let me make that clear. I don't. If you need, if, I don't bowl with the rails up. I'm no child or amateur, but I am booty cheeks at bowling. I think I barely score above 100. Like I'm just. I've
Yeah,
Yeah,
never.
like
that's
like actually
funny.
throwing the ball is so unintuitive to me.
It's
Like
very weird,
I don't
man.
know how people do it. I don't know how people do it.
Holding the ball
I'm
like
sure if I
this.
did know, I'd probably do better.
Holding the ball like this alone is weird. Just like this. Like I don't know. Holding like the three finger grip by itself is so strange to hold something with. It doesn't feel
Yeah.
right at all. And
Yeah,
like
for
I don't
sure.
know how they curl the ball because like it's so slippery. How do you curve the ball? Like it's hard. Bowling is definitely tough. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
But hey, if you guys ever want to look better at a work event, just bring me to go bowling with you. I'll clock in at a nice 94 or something and just make you look great. Like without guttering a single ball, I'll still get a 94. That's just how bad I am at bowling.
I'm awful too, so you might beat me. Who knows?
No, I think right between you and me, it's a toss up, and fate decides the biggest loser because I am terrible. Oh, I think only sports I'm worse at is like tennis and golf. Tennis is actually just hard. Like I'm just not good at tennis, and then golf I've never played. So when I do golf, it's just man swings club at ball. Like I have no idea what's going on. I don't even know the form. I don't know what club does what. I go to Top Golf
Yeah,
and I hit the ball sometimes. That's about it.
and I have no idea how golf works either.
I don't even
Just
know how
take
to.
all the
Like, what is a boogie?
Boogie.
You ever like in the Wii golf, it'd be like boogie. You're like,
Yeah.
what? Is that good or bad? Par.
I
Like,
don't I don't remember.
I know you gotta be like on
thing.
par or better, but like, what the hell's a boogie? Double boogie. Like, no
We
idea.
can play golf again when we get old.
Yeah, it's definitely an old man thing. I want to
Old
play
Testament
soccer when I get
era.
old. Watching old people play soccer, like in like their late 50s, early 60s, is the best. Like, you just like they do
It
it all.
is.
It's huge in Russia. Like
Yeah.
the whole community just plays soccer, and like some of like the more rural areas, and like this looks lit. Everybody playing soccer, just chilling, stuff like that. Just sports that the whole community get involved in. That looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
So like the old people can spit bars at the youngsters while they get nay on the field. Like that just sounds like the way to live life. You start the back in my day as you get crossed up by your grandson. We're all just all over the place today. I had no idea what we're gonna talk about, so I let us go. We're just talking about random stuff. There's nothing
Yeah,
serious.
Yeah. No, I kind of figured it would take this form, or like just because it's been a year, we haven't voice chatted or probably even
Yeah,
or video chatted in a long time. So
everybody's
this
been
this is nice either way.
yeah, it's nice.
yeah, for sure.
Everybody's been so busy too. Like I don't know, like it's just a bad time for everyone between like school or work or moving or big things going on. Like Kev got married this year, right? Late last year, early this year, something like that. God bless him and Amber. And he
Yeah.
still somehow has a story every 2 weeks. Uh,
The Luigi's Mansion.
yeah, Luigi's Mansion. Like
Yeah.
a series of New Jerseyan events like that. Like he should just write his own book series, a series of Jerseyan events. And this is every time like some nonsense happens.
Yeah.
Dan's on like some quest. I don't know what Dan be doing half the time. Like
I have no
Dan,
idea either. He's just kind of existing.
Dan will be like, I'm quitting video games, and he'll be on Mel playing practice mode, and then you'll see a weird video of him jumping a fence, and it's like, what is going on, Dan? And he's like, canny. Disappears for a week, comes back. I'm watching all of Breaking Bad. Okay,
I'm glad that he's watching that show though. It's so good.
I might have to watch it. I've never seen
Yeah,
it, and everybody tells me it's phenomenal. But
I think it's
yeah.
probably a lot of people say it's the best show ever made. And I
best show
definitely,
ever made. I might have to see it then.
yeah. I mean, I like it a lot. Like I didn't really think about it too much recently, because and I was like watching Better Call Saul, which is like in that same like universe.
It's like a tangential
Um,
series, right? Where it's like it's not like directly related to Breaking Bad, but it's with the same characters or some same
Yeah,
characters.
it's like it's a
it's a
spinoff. Yeah,
prequel. It's a prequel. So um, yeah, there are a lot of the same characters, and it's kind of hard to explain. I don't want to like explain too much or
Yeah, yeah. But
like
I understand. It's in the same universe as Breaking Bad.
mhm. Like there's some characters that are in that are not in Breaking Bad, and
Right, right.
there are some characters in Breaking Bad that we haven't seen yet, and we don't know if we're going to see them.
Yeah.
But this the show wraps up, I think, next year. So people are, myself included, are really excited for that because we want to see how that stuff ends up. It's a good show, man. It's a real like they're geniuses. Um,
I've just had a difficulty with like serial television. I don't know. I just cannot watch like long series anymore. I don't know what happened to me. It just doesn't stick. Like I'll try to watch something with like more than like 6 or 7 episodes, and it's just even like by
yeah,
like episode 4, I get demotivated to finish something. I don't know what it is. Like I really don't get
that's
it.
fair.
But for some reason I put myself through 2 seasons of New Girl. I didn't like any of it, and then I watched season 3, episode 1, where they went to Mexico, and I was like, I cannot watch another episode of this. I I've
Yeah, I
I've
was kind
tried.
of rewatching it. I was rewatching that show, and I don't. It's not on my Mount Rushmore anymore. Like it's pretty funny, but I think there's definitely much better shows out there.
What really bothered me about New Girl was I felt like every episode was exactly the same, but it was different. Does it make sense? Like
Yeah,
yeah,
no, I get what
it
you
makes
mean.
sense.
yeah,
Like
like
just like a lot of recycled stuff.
yeah, like I mean that is a problem of like sitcoms, but it just felt like every single episode the characters had the same conflict with different either different scenario, like a different setting or different characters, and it was just oh
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nick is like butthurt again, like because the sink works, or like uh Jess is being stupid, or Winston didn't wear pants again, or
yeah,
Schmidt is
yeah,
Schmidt. Schmidt was a pretty good character. Okay, Schmidt was
yeah.
kind of.
Schmidt is. I like Schmidt a lot. He's pretty much.
He's why I
I
watched
think
his
he's the
two
best
seasons.
character.
Although one thing I did realize, and it's probably why I can't really watch comedies anymore, is that the general structure of comedies involves every character being a bad person. And I was like, why? Why is you know? And I didn't think about it till I watched New Girl, because I thought about every comedy I've seen. That none of the main characters are good people in any comedy, like
Yeah,
any
like
comedy.
always Sunny is like the worst offender of that. But I think they do. It's still a really good show,
Yeah, but
despite
signs
that.
can be wrong sometimes. You know, Pepe Silva, one of the greatest bits I've ever seen.
Yeah.
How did he do that with a straight face? I got boxes full of Pepe. Oh man. You know, my friend used to send that image we were reviewing Orgo. Like, this is how I imagine us studying Orgo. It's like like Charlie pointing at the board, like, oh my
Yeah,
god, connecting the lines. That's us doing synthesis reactions. It was man. Always Sunny. Yeah, I feel like that's another show I should watch because I've only seen like the bits and not the show itself. I've seen the bird law stuff. Whatever the hell bird law is, my goodness, was that is that funny? Like he's like, you and I are both men of the law. No, we're not. Yeah, we go tit
yeah.
for tat. We go tit for. You win some, I win some. Like when does this happen? Like when is this? So good. But
Have you been watching anything, Rye?
yeah. I've been watching The Sopranos lately, so I've been doing
oh,
that.
Okay.
I haven't been watching too much TV. Like I tend to kind of slow down on TV when I'm at college, just because like being kind of busy and just like I'm not playing like more games and stuff and just hanging out with my roommates. But I've been watching it for like I think an episode or two every other night or so.
I keep watching true crime like docu series, like small ones. Like I like single episodes or stuff on Netflix, whatever. Like that's what I've been watching lately, like forensic files type shows. I just
Yeah.
that's all I've been watching. I watched
Yeah.
Murder Among the Mormons on Netflix. That was a crazy show, by the way. I found out the Mormons be going like, oh man, that was actually a pretty crazy show. If y'all haven't seen Murder Among the Mormons, despite the title, it's actually a riveting show. I was impressed.
Is Jared
So
in there?
check it out.
Jared,
It's fair.
Jared probably knows about it. I'm sure Jared would have some choice things to say about the series and how it portrays the Mormon belief. But man, that was crazy. I had never even heard of what happened over there. That was wild. But yeah. So I mean, it's been like almost an hour. Let's see.
Yeah, I was starting to feel a little sleepy.
Yeah, it's about that time. So you think we should wrap it up?
So
What's up?
yeah, did you want to? I remember you said you wanted to like discuss some things. Do you want to
Oh
quickly
yeah,
go over any of
I
that?
completely forgot everything.
Okay.
What little preparation I had is gone. Do you guys have anything you want to talk about off the top of your head?
No, not really. If any
Yeah.
Um,
Well, if any Falcon Court people are watching, hope you're doing okay. Um, miss you guys. I think about
No, you don't.
the memories sometimes.
You don't miss nobody. Bro, you're living life, bro. You're living life, man. What do you mean? You don't miss nobody, bro. You're Ivan 2.0. Like,
No, but I mean they're fun
yeah,
people.
yeah,
I just
they're good peeps. They're good peeps.
yeah,
I think
it was weird. Like when I was last in there, it just kind of felt like
don't
I don't
belong.
really feel like I belong here anymore.
That's how I feel a lot of the time, man. I just have the thing is like there's people I want to talk to in there, but if that I probably won't keep in touch with if I leave. That's why I keep going back. But man, do I just not check anything in there. Like I
yeah,
don't
same.
read a damn thing. You're a mod, Rye. Like, that's crazy. Rye be modded up. And Rye's like, I don't read a damn thing. People say Rye just comes in and
Yeah,
goes, yo, new music. Like, yo, like,
yeah, I like if I want to get added, or like sometimes I'll check it. But yeah, I just don't play like Ultimate that much anymore. Besides like friends.
I can't
About
remember the
it.
last time I played Smash Bros. Remember when I bought a Switch and sold it in the same week? But what a goat. He's like, this. It was fun, but it ain't me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can you tell that story about your friend? How he used the classic line, "It was fun, but it ain't me."
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I think I pretty much told most of the story, but like he was seeing this girl, and like it was going okay for a few weeks, and but then like he started noticing some stuff, and basically just decided that he wasn't interested anymore. But he didn't know how to tell her. And I was just like, just tell her it was fun, but it ain't me. And like, and he was like laughing a little bit. He's like, "What does that mean?" And I was like, "Just tell her." And I mean, he didn't really have any other options, so he sent that to her, and
She
she was
got it
like,
right.
"Okay."
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, "Okay, smile," and like that was it. You know, he was
Okay,
free.
smile.
He was absolved of all responsibility, and he was like,
That's
"It
funny.
worked."
Oh man, like knowing the story behind it was fun, but it ain't me. But like all the nonsense Tom was going through, like it just makes it so much funnier.
Yeah.
Honestly, like it's just to the point where I don't even remember the full context anymore. Like what he like, which one of the people he I told him to do it to. Like it was fun, but it ain't me. But it's just so it just kills me because like now I associate it with Ivan. Like Ivan just like slowly like fading into the background. Like it was fun, but it ain't me. Like when like Gohan sees Goku's like after image when he's like fighting Cell or whatever, like in the background.
Yeah.
It was
I
fun.
think there was like in the story, I think there was some build up though. Like I think he was like he was already talking to her, so I think that was just like the perfect way to just escape, you
Oh
know.
yeah, like the nail.
I
The
don't
nail
think
was dropped.
out of the blue it might not have worked so well, but I'm convinced that it works
Hey,
regardless.
yeah, it was fun, but it ain't me. Yeah, I mean, like it's honest. Like I had a good time, but it's just we don't work.
It
Yeah,
isn't yeah, it doesn't work.
yeah. Like be be honest. It's not saying it in a mean way. It was fun, a good time.
You give them credit
Yeah,
because they were
Give it.
fun, you
Yeah, it
know.
was fun. It was a good time, but it ain't me.
And like you take responsibility for it too.
Yeah, it's not like
So
it ain't you. It's not
yeah,
like you're the problem. It ain't me. I don't know. Something's wrong with me because it's fun, but
Yeah.
it ain't me.
it's legit. It's not you, it's me, just repackaged, you know.
Yeah, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah.
The cooler, it's not you, it's me.
Yeah. For real.
Milk, la leche. Which one do you want?
Oh my god.
Is it la leche or el leche?
It's la leche.
Okay, I can still claim to be able to speak Spanish. Yes, let's go, dude. There's this new app. It's like We Talk or something. It connects you with someone from around the world for a language you pick. Like, let's say they pick English and you pick like German. You'll get matched with a
Hmm.
German person. They'll get matched with you, and you guys teach each other languages through conversation and like fix each other's
No, that's
Spanish.
cool. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
it sounds like a really fun way to teach somebody a language.
Yeah, it sounds dope.
That's the best way to learn. I mean, you kind of have to,
Talk.
because I've been practicing or I've been learning Spanish for the past year and a half on Duolingo,
Oh
and
no,
that has helped.
the Duolingo bird be posted up in your DMs like, hey,
Yeah, dude, he's just
do your practice questions today?
yeah. I think it helps a lot, but
Yeah,
the best way to learn is, I guess, at best, I think it's supplemental. The best thing you can do is, I guess, talk to people and like just learn it the hard way, the old school way.
I mean, there's a reason why
yeah,
it
for
works so
sure.
well. It just gets you more comfortable with the language than anything else. It's just using it like
Hmm.
outside of like exercises.
Yeah.
No one's gonna ask you like, how do I get to the library from the store? It's like, hey man,
Yeah,
can you pass me that over there? Uh, yeah, yeah. I actually know how to say that in Spanish. Can you pass me that over there? You hand it over to me, cause like learning like the slang and just talking to people is like probably the
Hmm.
hardest part. Yeah, I mean it's like 11:38, so I guess we should wrap it up. Don't want to keep doing
yeah.
this too long either. But I don't know. This is
And
kind of yeah, it was fun.
it was fun, and it is me, dude.
Hey, we
Hey.
moved up. We moved up the totem pole. But honestly, this was a nice just catching up with you guys. Like even if it wasn't like recorded, it doesn't matter. Just catching up with you guys was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was a
for
lot of
sure.
fun. It's
It was really
good to
nice.
see you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you too.
Hopefully, I can figure out something for us to talk about. I don't know. I
Yeah,
definitely did not plan. It's been a pretty hectic couple of days, and I do regret not having like a little bit of structure. But it's also kind of nice. I mean, just talking about stuff. Nothing's really going on to talk about right now. I guess like when COVID's been beaten to death, brought back to life, and beaten to death again.
Hmm.
What are you gonna talk about? Like the world is in shambles. Like like what do we have to
yeah,
add on top? Like I guess the everyday guy struggles. Going to work and stuff. What to put on your
yeah.
sandwich? Do I want frosted
Yeah.
flakes or honey nut Cheerios? Like a little thing. Dude, okay. Before we stop, seriously, the last thing I have to say. When I went to Barbados, I went to go get cereal because I wanted some comfort food. Because I was going through it, and I go there, and instead of having frosted flakes, it's called like frosties or something but not like because frosted flakes are called frosties in like the UK and stuff, and it's the same brand. It was like some nonsense like Frosty Dostties or like some like third party name, and it was a polar bear, and I was like, what on God's earth is this? It's like you could get the fake Beyblades at the dollar store. They're called like Battle Tops. Like it was like that. It was like this is
Yeah,
like
that's
fake
funny.
Frosted Flakes. Like great value like sugar flakes would have been more appealing than this like polar bear guy. Like who is this dude? Straight up
Yeah,
like
for real.
they're finessing over there. I got
That's
mint ice.
funny.
Yeah, I got mint ice cream over there, and it wasn't green. It was white. I was like, what kind of mint chip is white? Like what? I think I had that. Yeah, like this, and it tasted like toothpaste. That's the first time in my life I can say mint ice cream tasted like toothpaste is when I had it at the white one. So not the green one. So I guess the anti mint guys finally win one. But yeah, thanks Ivan and Ryan for giving me some of your time just to like I guess
Yeah,
catch up, talk about things. Nice to see you guys.
yeah,
Glad everybody's doing good.
no problem. Yeah,
Uh,
it's good catching it.
Everybody that tuned in, I don't even know how many people tuned in. I was not looking at chat, so besides Barb. So chat, I apologize. I'm not on top of my game today. I don't know. It's been a tough fourth quarter for your boy. Tag me out. The crew battle's not going so well. The crew battle,
Canny.
yeah,
You
it's been
can.
very very candy day today, and I still gotta work out, and it's 11:30, so that's tough.
Oh man, yeah. It's
Yeah,
tough.
and I'm hella sore because I went hard yesterday. So yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But for sure, hopefully we can do this again. I know you guys are busy, so just,
Yeah. We'll find time, I'm
yeah.
sure.
If you guys ever have time and there's something worth talking about, or if you guys just want to talk, it doesn't even have to be on stream. We can just talk. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, play
Chill.
some Scribblio or whatever.
Yeah.
Scribble, dude. That's my game when my
Dude,
computer's working.
that game is so. You probably play it on your phone better than on your computer, to be honest.
Probably, yeah.
Especially with the new iPhone. But yeah, guys. I mean, do you guys have anything you want to say before we call it?
Um, just again, if there's any Falcon Core people watching, I'm thinking of you.
The goat.
That sounded weird, but
Hog pen new
and
cakes. The hog pen new cakes remembers you. The goat.
then like for you guys, of course, it's good to see you guys, and it's
Always.
good to talk to you. So yeah.
Anything you gotta say, Ryan?
Not really. Just nice being here, guys.
Nice to see you
Chill.
too, man. All right, well, that was whatever this was. I don't know, hanging out with the homies. Mess around part two,
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo, feed Yoshi and Gino. Uh, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it was fun, guys. Hopefully we can do this again soon. And thanks everybody for tuning in.
All right. Peace.
Peace
All
out.
right. See you guys.